Ten Network chairman Nick Faloon was tight-lipped about his new biggest shareholder, James Packer. As the broadcaster announced a return to profitability, Mr Faloon said he would soon meet Mr Packer, but could not comment on the billionaire's motives. A lift in advertising revenues saw the network back in the black, but investors remained concerned about the cost of its multi-channel strategy and an upgraded news service. Here's Philip Lasker.
When James Packer comes calling, it's usually not to maintain the status quo, but the Ten Network does have its supporters.
The network has done reasonably well in a very turbulent time.
Ten's after-tax profit was $150 million, compared with last year's loss due to write-downs. It also declared an unfranked final dividend of 6 cents a share and a special dividend of 5 cents. So James Packer already has a 7% return to show for his raid on the network. Ten chairman Nick Faloon, who was sacked by James Packer's father Kerry when he worked at the Nine network, had to comment on the blindingly obvious.
We obviously acknowledge that we now have a new major shareholder, and we welcome their interest in our company and their return to the free-to-air industry. We take that as a positive for our other shareholders. I should note, as I think it's been widely reported in the papers, that James Packer is overseas at the moment. We have actually had a brief conversation. We will get together at some stage in the near term.
Chairman Nick Faloon preferred to discuss the results, which showed a near 40% jump in TV revenues and a 48% rise in the outdoor advertising business.
I think we're clearly trending upward, and advertising revenues usually trend up a lot faster than the underlying economy. So, a TV network or a multi-channel provider is certainly a good place to be at a time like that.
Ten has also moved to develop an online presence, and its multi-channel strategy, which includes the One Sports channel and its new Channel 11 to be started next year, aimed at a younger demographic, which will slightly broaden its audience.
I think the company needed to clearly outline a digital strategy, and that's where I think that it's made some steps in the right direction. In terms of its cost base, in terms of labour-intensive news programming, that's where I suspect some of its shareholders may be a bit wary.
Cost is an issue for Ten. Some investors question the wisdom of the $20 million hit to upgrade its nightly news service, a $25 million hit for the Delhi Commonwealth Games, and the cost of its multi-channel strategy. There's no doubt it's a sore point for some.
We will, and I just want to make this clear, we are not moving away from our very focused and cost-diligent approach to running this business.
But the uncertain world of broadcasting won't make that task easy, with regulators and politicians yet to have their say on Australian content requirements and Packer's joint interests in pay TV and free-to-air television.